She learned quickly that pain has layers. The first layer was physical, sharp, immediate, technical. The incision burned with a clean, surgical insistence. The medication dulled it without erasing it, like turning down the volume on a siren that never fully stopped. The second layer arrived later. Once the room quieted and the nurses stepped out. It was the weight of not being able to reach. Her baby slept in the clear bassinet beside the bed. Small chest fluttering, mouth opening and closing like it was still searching for something from the world. She watched him with an intensity that felt almost clinical, noting details so she wouldn't panic: the color of his skin, the rise and fall, the faint crease between his brows. Her arms wouldn't cooperate. They felt borrowed, heavy. When she tried to sit up, the room tilted and her body rejected the idea entirely. She reached for her phone instead. The message she typed was short, carefully stripped of drama, as if politeness might make it easier for someone to respond. "I can't move. Please help with the baby." She sent it to the family group chat. Then she waited. Minutes passed. Then longer stretches that no longer felt like minutes but like empty space. The baby stirred. She pressed the call button for the nurse, embarrassed by how often she was already using it. No reply came. Morning arrived without ceremony. The blinds let in a pale, indifferent light. Her phone buzzed, not with a response, but with a notification. Her sister had posted photos, bare feet in sand. A wide smile angled just right. A caption that read, "Grateful for family." She stared at the image longer than she meant to, not with anger at first, but confusion. It took time for the information to rearrange itself into meaning. Her sister had seen the message. She must have. Everyone always saw the messages. She didn't comment. She didn't react. She locked her phone and set it face down, as if that could contain the feeling. Discharge happened faster than she expected. The hospital moved on schedules that didn't account for fear. She signed forms slowly, her signature uneven. The nurse explained care instructions while glancing at the clock. Someone wheeled her to the exit, handed her the baby like a fragile package, and wished her luck. At home, the silence was different. Less forgiving. She learned how to stand by negotiating with pain rather than resisting it. How to plan movements 3 steps ahead. How to feed the baby while holding her breath so her core wouldn't protest too loudly. She stopped checking her phone entirely. It wasn't a dramatic decision. It was practical. Each glance carried the risk of disappointment. And disappointment required energy she didn't have. In the quiet hours, memories surfaced without invitation. She remembered being the reliable one. The daughter who didn't ask for much. The sister who filled gaps without being asked. The one everyone trusted because she didn't complicate things with needs. The realization settled slowly. Without fireworks, this wasn't a single failure. It was a system that had worked well for everyone else. A month passed in fragments, sleep came in pieces. Healing did too. Some days she felt almost capable. Other days she cried without sound while the baby slept on her chest, afraid that moving him would unravel both of them. She figured out new forms of support. A neighbor who held the baby while she showered. A grocery delivery driver who waited an extra minute while she fumbled with the door. Strangers became logistical allies. Blood relatives remained quiet. By the time her phone lit up again, she had almost forgotten how much it could hold. It vibrated repeatedly, insistently, like something trying to break through glass. She looked down and saw the number 80. 2 missed calls. All from variations of the same source. Then the text appeared. Send 6,000 ZOWs in Toto Y. No question about her recovery. No acknowledgement of the baby. Now a month old and sleeping against her shoulder. She felt the old reflex rise immediately. The familiar tightening in her chest. The instinct to smooth things over before they escalated. To explain. To comply. To prevent disappointment before it hardened into blame. She didn't stand up. She didn't pace. She didn't argue with herself. She kissed the baby's head instead. The soft spot just above his ear. The scent of milk and warmth and something wholly new. For the first time, the cost-benefit analysis felt clear. She typed her reply slowly. I won't be sending money. I needed help and didn't receive it. I'm focusing on my child and my recovery. Please don't contact me about finances again. She read it once. then sent it. The phone went quiet, not immediately. There were a few seconds where she expected something: anger, justification, escalation. Her body braced without her permission, then nothing. The silence this time felt different. Not empty. Intention. Later, a different number reached out. An aunt. The message was cautious, testing the edges of a boundary she had never set before. Hope you're doing okay. Let us know if you need anything. She didn't respond right away. She didn't need to. Life didn't become easier in a cinematic sense. Healing was uneven. Relationships didn't repair themselves simply because she'd named the problem. Some people drifted further away, uncomfortable with the new terms. But something fundamental had shifted. She no longer borrowed power from endurance. She didn't earn belonging by absorbing neglect quietly. The leverage was simple and undeniable. Access to her and her child was no longer automatic. One evening, as she fed the baby in the dim light of the living room, she noticed how steady her hands were. Not because she was unafraid, but because she was done negotiating her worth. The world outside remained complicated. Family remained flawed. Consequences lingered, but inside that small circle, her body, her child, her choices, control had finally settled into place, unannounced and unchallenged.